Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz underwent surgery for that shoulder injury that he suffered, and you could tell that in the Thursday night game against the Chargers, he was in a lot of pain for a huge majority of that game, taking a lot of hits and things like that. And I didn't like how the Vikings coaching staff kept him in the game. It seemed that Carson Wentz, from the information that we were all given, he actually suffered an injury similar to that, or that same shoulder injury, about a week or two previously. So this wasn't just a new thing that happened on Thursday night. This was an ongoing injury that he decided to play through. This man was this man's tough. He really gave it all. He put it all on the line for his team. And despite the fact that he played horribly on Thursday night, his spirit, his dedication to the game, to the Vikings, that is what I applaud him for. You know, and I only pray that he has an incredible and speedy recovery. And what does him playing a full game on Thursday night say about this coaching staff? What does it say about Max Brosmer? Even JJ McCarthy, was McCarthy really hurt that game? Because the way that, when Justin Jefferson was catching for the first down, or catching the ball for the first down, racing down the sideline, McCarthy jumped out of the way real fast. Like real fast. For a guy with an ankle injury, he's got some pretty fast reflexes. And I feel as if he's got a lot on the line. You know, the veteran quarterback that we all expect him to look up to, and probably does, is out for the season. So, this Vikings quarterback room, most especially the coaching staff, we got to get it together. Got to figure this thing out, because if we can't develop JJ McCarthy, and on top of that can't take care of our quarterbacks who are actually willing to lay it all on the line for us, that's a problem. That's a problem. Can we bounce back? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Are we getting in our own way? Are we shooting ourselves in the foot time and time again? Yes. Yes, we are. That's the truth. And we need to stop doing that. You know, if we're not in our own way, then success is the only way that is the only path that we're on. That's all I can really say. As for Carson Wentz, at that point, it's I felt concerned for him on a human level, because it doesn't matter how good or bad your backup quarterback is. If your starting quarterback is in too much pain to play the game and looks like only half his body is functioning correctly, you take him out of that game. All right. I wouldn't care if Max Brosmer threw 4 interceptions in that game if he were to play. At least Carson Wentz would be somewhat healthy. At least he'd be at least he'd feel taken care of. Think of the effect that this could have on guys like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. They want a quarterback to play with, don't they? And they would expect that quarterback to be taken care of by this coaching staff, by the medical team. It's as simple as that. Um, I feel that JJ McCarthy should start, and Kevin O'Connell, by the looks of it, feels confident of him starting on Sunday against the Lions. But we need to sort this thing out. We're 3-4 right now. We're not out of the playoffs, but if we lose another 1 or 2 games, or go on another losing streak, well, we haven't been on a losing streak in a while, but if we consistently not win games, the playoffs will keep on fading away more and more, more and more, till we can't reach them anymore, or till we can't reach it anymore. A quarterback's health is nothing to just joke around about, or to take lightly. When your quarterback is hurt, or shows any signs of potentially having to leave the game, take him out of the game. It's for the good of his health. But anyway, Carson Wentz, I wish you a speedy recovery. Obviously, he won't be on the Vikings, or he will be on the Vikings, but not on the field for the rest of the season. And JJ McCarthy, hope you play well. And as for Max Brosmer, I know he's a pretty good backup. Uh, May God be with Carson Wentz, and may God be with the Minnesota Vikings right now. We desperately need a miracle. or maybe 10,000, because man,